It's weird. It's like we're the only race of people where we can't get even our top women. We have to settle for the bottom of our even our own women. So it gets really bad. And I didn't even know it was like that in the UK, but it's really bad out here. And let me tell you the difference of like how easy it is for other races, right? He'll come in one day he's with a golf girl, right? Okay, and then he breaks up with her. The next month, like that, now he's with a Latino girl. The next month, like that, now he's like with this really hot like peanut butter skin black girl or mixed girl, and they're making out. I've seen it. I've been there, and they're making out. And my buddy, I'm gonna call him C, is one of my best friends. He's light skinned. He's like, bro, Alex is like a player, man. He's always bringing these girls to these D&D matches, and they were watching us play. And I'm like, bro, C, you understand that he's like average looking. It's because he's white, bro. It's because he's white. That's why he's getting all these girls. He's like, nah, bro, he has game. So anyway, there's one night, me and him, we're at a bar, and basically, he tells me this. He's like, "Hey, you want to know a secret why I get always get girls?" I was like, "Go ahead, man. What's your secret?" We're all drinking or whatever. He goes, "Because I view myself like the main character." The most cheesiest thing I've ever heard. I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "Yeah, like I'm like an anime." I'm like, "I don't know what that means." That's horrible advice, by the way, but that's what he was saying, right? I'm like, whatever that means. I kid you not. We were at this Korean bar, right? This Asian girl, I guess she was a part of a group of friends, comes up to the table and she's like whispering to one of the girls in our group. It's this golf girl in our group, and she literally, when she walks away, she literally tells him, he's like, "Hey, one of those girls at the table, tell him about the white dude. They want your number."
What? That easy?
That easy, bro. Easy, easy. It's so simple for him, bro. And like I said, he doesn't dress well. He doesn't work out. He smokes a lot. Like he dresses sometimes with a wife beater on. He'll always have a girl. Can you imagine what black guy can go take a girl and have them sit and wait for them at playing Dungeons and Dragons? Name one. I don't know of one. How's that
Nope.
possible, right? But
hmm
you have any experiences like that in the UK?
For us as black guys, right? If we break up with our girlfriends, right, today, it'd
Mm-hmm.
probably take like 5 months to get another girlfriend. In fact, 5 months, 6 months. Because again,
Wow.
the constant woman isn't they're not coming to us like that. Whereas for white dudes and even East Asian dudes, right?
Mm-hmm.
They break up with their girlfriend. Next week they got a new girl.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like for us as black dudes, bro, it's taken us a flipping a million years to get another girlfriend,
That's,
bro.
that's what I see.
Facts, bro, facts. And brother, the point where you like this pretty gamer chick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like black men don't have the option to even pull
No.
women that are not stereotypically the type of woman that we see black men with. So if she's not a fat Becky or a butt ugly Keisha, like
Mm-hmm.
if we want to punch above our weight, we want to get this gamer white chick. We want to get this slim fit Latina chick in the gym. We want to get this cool, quirky East Asian, Japanese, Chinese, Korean chick, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's out of our reach if you
Yeah,
think
it
about
is.
it.
It is. It's over. Like you, like the
What's
only
going
two.
on, bruv?
I feel.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
brother, right? But what the hell is going on with black men in 2025 in the West? Like, what the hell is going on? That's out of our reach. How
Yeah.
many? Listen, go outside right now, right, or tomorrow morning or in the afternoon, right? Look around you and look at the women and black men are with. If they are with women, they're either alone or they're either with a fat Becky or big buck ugly Keisha or or a tattooed ugly chick, right, of any race, right? We don't see black men with cute gamer white girl chicks. We don't see black men with quirky, nerdy, anime loving black chicks. We don't see black men with slim, thick, Latina, big booty chicks from the gym. What the hell's going on with black men, bro? Let's keep it a stack.
I believe it's several things. Like I said, I feel like I don't know what happened with that gin, but like maybe progress went in reverse. I don't know, but like I would definitely say like the media is partly to blame. I think the conduct in the states of certain black men is partly to blame. But like let's start with the media, right? What it normally the whole BBC bro BBC thing, right? What normally was like the attractive stereotype back then, but mostly like now, the only types of black men I'm seeing that can get girls is you usually gotta be really mixed looking. You gotta be freaking really good looking, if at all. But the two stereotypes is like the mixed looking one. You gotta be buff as hell, or you're taking steroids like, like Michael B. Jordan. And then lastly, it's the ghetto. If you're ghetto, yeah, you won't be able to pull like the quirky ones, but you'll be able to pull some cute black girls. Yeah, sure, and even some like white girls who are into that. But if you're not into that cool ASAP Rocky ghetto type of dude or that Michael B. Jordan buff broke guy,
Mm.
you're stuck because I every time I go into a club, the club life sucks, by the way. Miami club life isn't like what it used to be. But when I go in, these are the guys who pull. But other than that, the average dude or just any type that's like, say, like me, like semi dorky or skinny or just average black dude, bro, they're just sitting there watching their counterpart, white or whatever, Asian friend or Latino usually, right? Get all the girls, just sweep up. And they're sitting there, just like,
But, but,
just
but,
watching.
but are you literally telling like what we're going through over here in the UK, bro? It's like you're actually here with us in the UK, brother, right? Like
Yeah.
the part when you said that the black guys who get women, I agree with that, and also that the very tall, dark skinned black dude, like what's that guy called? King 68 the Great. Do you know who he is?
Yes, I know exactly who it is. Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
this.
So that kind of black guy, right? He's killing it right now in America in the West, right? But is the average black guy 6'8"? No, the average black guy isn't even 6 foot. So like, and that's why I'm saying, right? We're boxed in. Like we're really boxed in as black men because we don't have the black Harry Potter.
No.
We don't have the black Batman. We don't have the black James Bond, right? We don't have like the black Malcolm in the Middle. But I'm just saying, right? Like for a white guy, if he's a short, nerdy looking white guy, he can model himself after Harry Potter. And we know a lot of women of all races, right, love Harry Potter, particularly these Asian chicks. If he's a tall, suave looking white dude, he can model himself after James Bond. If he's a big buff white guy, right,
Hmm.
Superman. But we don't have these representations for us in the media, bro. And that's a
Yeah,
problem, bro.
it
Because
is. It is.
women need to fantasize about characters, about who they really like. So if a chick likes white guys that look like Harry Potter, she gonna love Harry Potter. Now, if a chick likes black guys that look like Harry Potter, that's impossible. Where's the black Harry Potter, bro?
He's not there, man.
Ah, man. Shout out to Van Lee for the support. Dude, Kelly Stamps is a lame. That's a great YouTuber. Kelly Stamps, right? Let's talk
Mhm.
about her for a bit. Because her look, her quirkiness, right? We don't see black guys with that kind of black girl. If I'm keeping it a stack, we always see him with white dudes, and that proves my point there. Why is it that black men like me and the brother on this call, right, who are nerdy black men, who are educated black men, who are tech bros, can't pull a woman like Kelly Stamps, who's a black chick? Why is she only going after white dudes, even though she knows that we're nerdy black dudes,
Yeah.
right? That's a problem right there, bruv.
Yeah, I would just look her up because I never heard of her. But yeah, I've seen this type of woman, and I literally have met a girl like that. She was actually prettier than Kelly Stamps, and Kelly Stamps was cute from what I saw, and she was actually half, Haitian like me. Really cute. And I remember I was like trying to hit on her, and then she's like, "Oh," she brought up her boyfriend, of course, and she showed me a photo. And man, it was a half white, half Korean dude, bro.
Oh
Nah,
my
kid you
goodness,
not,
man!
kid you not.
Brother, that puts a point, right? Like these non-black men are pulling our best women,
Yeah, it
but
is true.
hold on, right? Our black men pulling the best Korean chick, our black men pulling the best Japanese chick, our black men pulling the best white chick, our black men pulling the best Cuban chick. No, we're not.
No.
So we aren't even going. We aren't even getting anywhere closer to other groups of women that are top notch, right? But other
Mhm.
groups of men are pulling the top notch woman of our community. And brothers think that's okay. Brothers, oh, IP, we got BBC, bro. IP, we got BBC, bro. Shut the hell up, bruv. Y'all don't get it, man. Half white, half Korean took a dime black Kelly Stamps prototype. But it's all good in the hood. It's all good in the hood though.
And can I say this real quick? I was reading the chat. I see some people saying that I'm lying or I'm not the type, and or I'm not the type of a black man that they want. That's my point. And in the second comment, I saw someone say, um, basically, oh, she's just because she was rejected by a lot of us. Nah, that's not. We gotta get. That's not. I know black men don't want to hear it because they want to think that we have more options and other races prefer us. I'm telling you right now, at least in America and UK, not talking about the rest of Europe or everywhere else. No, they prefer black women. Let's put it this way: there are more of other races of men because they're men who prefer, or not prefer, but will date out or hit black women than other races of women who will do that with us.
Mm.
Sorry to break it to you guys. This is not true.
Case in point, Candace Owens. I like her, right?
Yep.
But look who she's married to, a rich, very rich, high class white guy.
Yep.
Like, if you're a black woman, right, you're high class, right, you're quirky, you're not a ghetto Keisha, you ain't got tattoos. You're actually doing quite well in 2025.
Oh yeah. 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 Hey, IP. I was there in Europe, and I know people are like, "Oh, if they go overseas, they're not gonna find anybody, bro." Now she was a thought, but I saw a dark skinned black girl, Canadian, right? Pretty cute, not like nothing crazy, but average. She was getting piped out by some white Europeans at my hostel. I think I said that before. So no, like this is not what you guys are saying is not true. They have a lot of options now.
These animes TV shows, right, with Asian main characters, and a lot of women are watching these anime TV shows
Yes.
of Asian dudes saving the world, Asian dudes being cool, Asian dudes being funny. Where's the black equivalent to that?
Ooh. So I agree with you, and we don't have a lot of that. Matter of fact, is there a popular black show that's right now that's not about gangs? I'm trying to think
Nope,
because I like Snowfall, but in
nope.
America, that's yeah.
Power is power. It's BMF. It's Snowfall. It's
Jesus.
drug related TV shows. What's going on, bruv?
Yeah, it's bad, man. Um, you know what show I did like that had a part again. I don't like the stereotype of the big, the the buff or tall black dude, but Idris Elba's Luther. We need more shows like that.
Mm.
That was from the UK, actually. That show's great, by the way. But shows like that to make us in different roles, and we gotta stop with this whole muscular black guy stuff, man. Because I feel like that's putting a criteria like you gotta be muscular, you gotta be tall. By the way,
Yeah.
guys,
Mm.
for people who are saying I'm short, I'm 5'11". I'm like the average dude. I'm 5'11".
And
Like
do you know
right
what's
below
funny?
you.
Do you know what's funny, right? Like they got a new film called Sinners with Michael B. Jordan. I'm not
Yes,
sure if y'all know about it, right? Apparently,
yes,
it's a great film, which is cool, right? But again, it's the same storyline: slavery, muscular black guy, right? Come on, man! Like
every single time, bro.
every single time, bruv. Like, can we see a short black guy in glasses with a big afro, like Harry Potter
Yeah,
doing cool stuff? Because that
yeah.
that would do great for like short black dudes. Because think about it, man. Like, where's the representation? Those who are 5'5", 5'4", and that is in our community.
And you know
Think,
who would be
mm,
a good start because he's kind of getting a little bit more roles. Someone like Donald Glover would be perfect. Like you know what Donald Glover is?
I know who he is.
Yeah, someone like that. Like get more roles for him. And
Here's
I have like three brothers, but one of them, the youngest one, is lighter. Like he could be considered light skinned. You know, I'm dark skinned, but he's struggling. You know what I'm saying? But I will definitely say, the lighter you are, yes, I think the better your opportunities will be. But don't get it twisted. I don't think they're doing that very well as that great compared to the other races I've listed. But yes, I do think you get a slight edge. You get the benefit of the doubt. I feel like you won't get auto rejected.
we've been taught that women are the fairest sex, blah blah blah. It's BS. A lot of women are racist. A lot of
Mm,
women are hardcore internal racist. Okay, and I feel like liberal media and propaganda has fried the brains of black men to be simping, to believe that it's all equal, to believe that trusting women is BS. Because if women were really right, legit, and solid people, right, hardly any one of them would be dating white men. And I'll tell you why. Because We know what white men have done in the past.
Hmm.
Slavery. They've even oppressed their own women. They even oppressed white women. Not oppressed them. I don't want to say it, but they did some things to white women, right, that were pretty bad. They've done some things to Native Americans, to obviously Mexicans, Latinos, to every group of people, right? So surely, knowing all that information, right, you don't want to be with a white guy as a woman. But no, every race of woman wants a white guy. And that's how you know women, right? Biology takes precedent over everything. And race is very important and media is very important. So despite that, the fact that we know what white men have done, women are still flocking and on their knees, right, willing to sell their family, right, to slavery to get a white dude.
That's
Like
sad.
that just tells you that like a lot of you dudes, man, gotta stop simping for women, gotta stop, caring about their issues, so-called women issues. I mean, I'm at a point where I don't care about women's issues and what they go through. Because a lot of women, they're big cap and they're racist too. Either brothers are aware or are not aware, but a lot of brothers are coping with the fact that they can't get women by going hard in the gym or focusing on career or trying to keep their mind off women. I've noticed that, brother. Like brothers are just
Hmm.
just doing that instead of trying to date because they can't get women. The apps are dry. The cold
Hmm.
approach, you can't get women. So they need to cope by, hey, I'm gonna go hard in the gym. Hopefully I'll get women after that. But listen, bro, there's nothing wrong with you, man. There's nothing wrong with you. It's the fact that you're black. That's why you ain't getting women. Woman, it's just because you're black. There's nothing wrong with nothing wrong with your personality, your dress sense, etc., etc. I believe that when a woman sees a black guy, right, she sees
Hmm.
your skin color, your hair. I don't want to go too deep into it, man. Right? They see, okay, he's a nice guy. He's got cool hobbies, cool hobbies. Sorry, cool hobbies. Right? Watches anime, really cool. But unfortunately, he's black. Therefore, no. No, let's keep it, bro. Let's
Yeah.
keep it, brother.
No, you're right because I'm one of them. You're right.
A lot of women really don't like black features. What are black features? Our hair is different from other races of people. Our nose, our lips, our skin tone. I don't want to get too deep into it, right? But women see that, they want no parts of that.
Yeah.
They want, and brothers, you have to accept it, right? Women may like your personality, but they don't like black features. You have to accept it,
They
okay?
they
Go on,
they
bro.
want that Timothy Chalamet and that feminine white looking features. That's what they want nowadays. That's what they want. From what I'm saying.
No, I'm just keeping a stack,
Yeah, that's you're
right?
no, you're correct.
And the skin tone as well. They don't want
Yeah.
nothing to do with that, right? And if they do want to deal with it as a black guy, if you're like a Chris Brown looking black guy, smaller nose, light skin, okay, you got some sort of past there. Okay, that's why the only kind of black guys I've seen in the UK with Asian East Asian chicks have been very very light skinned black dudes. I've never seen an Akon looking black dude with an East Asian chick in my
Oh
life
hell
in
no,
the
man.
UK. That's not happening, bro.
No, hell no. The one, yeah,
I ain't doing no pretty boy look just to get chicks. Man. That's not me. No
yeah.
earrings, no makeup, none of that BS, bruv. F no. That's not happening, man. And I see quite a lot of dudes in the UK trying to get that pretty boy look.
It's
I'm
hard to
like,
pull off
bruv,
if you're black. Yeah, that's hard to
but
pull off.
still, man, like I don't think brothers should be doing that. Yeah, it's also hard to pull out the black, especially if you're a dark skinned black guy.
Bro, I'm
Trying
like
to pull.
literally 45 going on 46 years old and grew up in the 90s, came up in my club days in the early 2000s, and it's funny to see like there's a next generation of black men experiencing the same thing that I went through back in high school, and you know what I'm saying, and in my early 20s as well. um if you have if you view any sort of type of intelligence, you're looked upon as being negative inside of the black community. You know what I mean? Whether it be in America, you guys over in, you know, in the UK, this is kind of like a universal type of thing, and it's wild to see. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably, you know, 10 to 20 years older than most of you guys, and you all are going through exactly the same thing that I went through as well, which also pushed me, you know, eventually I ended up coming back around to dealing with black women primarily at, you know, at my current state. But you know, going through those teen years, you know, and early 20s or what have you, my club years is what I referred to. I was experiencing a lot of the same things you guys are talking about, and this is just wild that, you know, that, you know, in this day and age, it's baked in. It's baked into the code. You know what I'm saying? It's baked into the sauce. So
Thank you,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
I think it's down to previous generations not fixing the issues for us, you know, and not having foresight. Now we have to fix the issues for the upcoming future black men so that they don't experience what we experience. You know, on obviously, forget the West is over, but on a global scale, we don't want these Western problems going over to the whole world. And this is why I keep saying like we need a first world black country from Africa or the Caribbean, and we need more uh, um, diverse ranges of imagery for black men. The Black Harry Potter, the Black James Bond, Black anime, right? Just cool characters that you know that can that woman of always can see. Oh, she might see herself in the Black guy that's like Harry Potter, or the James Bond type, or the Batman type. We need that, man, and we have to fix it within the next couple of years. So the upcoming black men who are very young don't experience what we experience.
yeah, it's funny that you say that, because that was one of the things that Kevin Samuels, rest in peace or rest in power, was really saying. Like, you know, we have to have a vehicle to control the black male image. You know what I mean? And until, until that actually happens or what have you, at least from an image perspective, let alone reality, because like what you were referring to, IP, that's macro level. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
you know, it would probably take hundreds of years to change, you know, to where you have an actual black country
You
that
think so,
would.
bro? You
I'm
think so?
sorry.
Because China, sorry, Bobby, China did that in 20 years. Because I remember,
Yeah, but they're homogeneous. They're homogeneous. Ethnic group. I won't say homogeneous because obviously there's many different types of Chinese, but nonetheless, you're talking about thousands of years of history. They have a country. They have a language. So, you know, these are some of the differences when you try to compare to the diaspora, right? Because that's really real. Most of us are. We live in a diaspora. You know what I'm saying? You know, our homeland has been colonized, right? And I recently was watching a video of O'Shea, and where you had literally a woman in Uganda, right, preferring to date white men versus her own native African men. And she went on to say, you know, like she wanted to have mixed race babies. Like the pathology and the sickness has been occurring for, you know, at least a half a millennia at the bare minimum. You know what I mean? A half a millennia.
mm,
You're not going to turn that around from a position of weakness into a strength in that short period of time. Especially because it's so, you know, so many of us, we come from, you know, you got the African American versus, you know, Black Brit versus African in the continent, you know, Caribbean. It's, you know, we're just too separated or what have you. And then we, you know, those of us who may have some sort of access to power in the continent, right? You know what I mean? They also are freaking divided and conflicted, and they're only
yeah,
there because of the white power structure. So when you compare that to China, right, who was able to turn, like you said, be able to turn that around basically in about 40 or 50 years, it's not the same thing. You're comparing apples to oranges, in my opinion.
Thank you, bro.